Thank you for staying with me. Chatting with us today is Nick Lamoro, Executive Director of First Tee, a youth development organization under the umbrella of the YMCA of South Hampton Roads that strengthens the life of skills of kids and teens through an expert introduction to the game of golf. So what qualities have you seen surface? And I'm sure you've watched some kids be transform before your eyes. What qualities have you seen them surface as they learn how to participate, and how are they able to use them to translate into daily life?
Absolutely. I think three things come to mind. I've seen confidence grow. I've seen another core value is courtesy. Treating other people with courtesy and respect. So it's customary after a round of golf, you take off your hat and you shake the person's hand you play with and say, great round. Regardless of how you played, how they played, who came in first, second, who won, all of that is you have respect. Golf is ultimately a game. It's a very individual game, but it's really everyone's playing against the course. So everyone's kind of fighting that same battle. Everyone's hitting the same shot and starting from the same place. So, I've seen kids who have come into the program apprehensive, who've walked out, learning how to hit a driver and the ball going further and further each week, or straighter and straighter each week, and how they take that into their lives and say, this is hard. I have a challenge coming up, but I know I can overcome it because it just takes some hard work and dedication. And then just the way that they treat each other and with respect, I think a handshake maybe is not necessarily a dying art, but is being preserved through things like this, right? You're teaching that. It takes somebody to understand what a good handshake is to.
Well, how long do they stay with you all? Like, say you're starting and you're introducing someone, a child like 5 or 6, like you've spoken of. How long do they stay with you all?
Sometimes forever. I mean, I think a great example is Riley Tuttle, our player development professional. He grew up in our program, started at the age of 5, and continued on all the way up through high school, and is now going through his PGA certification right now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep, absolutely. So we have kids that go up, and what's really amazing about First Tee as a national nonprofit in a partnership with the PGA and the Masters is they provide all of these incredible participant opportunities. So we sent somebody to Pebble Beach a few years ago to play in a nationally televised event, and so they provide these amazing experiences to keep kids engaged all throughout their golf journey.
So Nick, tell me what you get out of participating in this. Why is this satisfying for you?
It's just fun to be around. I mean, having grown up in the environments that I did with my father's career, and that was just the most consistent thing in my life. That I knew, I think from a young age, that I needed to give back. And I had a lot of opportunities. I really did. And there's privilege with that. And I know that not everybody grew up with that same privilege. So I think it's my responsibility, or I seize that as my responsibility to give back and to provide that access. So that's why I'm in it. Is I like to make people smile. I like to serve, and it's fun.
So do you have any community partners that you want to give a little props to?
Yes, yeah. Our partner courses, I'll start with Top Golf, being able to do some activities.
I've been to Top Golf.
Yeah.
I'm not a top golfer, but go ahead.
It is a fun gamified introduction to the game of golf, and very accessible there. So they open the doors to us there, which we really appreciate.
Very enjoyable there.
Cedar Point, we do golf classes at Cedar Point, Eagle Creek, and now Portsmouth City Park. Yeah, big shout out to them. And then our neighbors at Virginia Beach National are wonderful neighbors. They maintain our course, and they're truly professional.
So you guys really do get around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can the folks who are watching right now help to advance what you do?
If you know somebody who would enjoy the game of golf, bring them out. First round is on us. We'd love to show you our facility. You'd love to get involved. We love volunteer coaches. We pay staff as well. So come out and get involved. We take golf club donations, golf ball donations. We have a big annual golf tournament in the fall. that we would love to, it's a wonderful day out on the golf course, raising money for golf by playing golf. So if you love golf, it's a great day. But yeah, come on out and check out our facility. I think it's one of the, Google will tell you it's one of the best kept secrets in Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And I'd love for it to not be so well.
So secret. Well, yeah, we're going to make sure that the secret's out. Certainly when they're viewing this, that we can get folks talking and supporting you along your journey. Now, I'm going to empower you with 3 wishes. How about that?
Okay.
You've got 3 wishes. What would be your hope for the future of First Tee if you had 3 wishes that you could grant?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important for me to start by talking about creating that access and continuing to move further into our surrounding community. So our home base is in Virginia Beach. What more can we do there with the schools? So if you run a local youth development nonprofit, you'd love to get involved, or you're an administrator at a school, or you work at a golf course, let's talk about how we could partner together. I think that's one of the best ways that we can serve the community is by partnering with others. Continue to evolve with the game of golf. So more culture has made its way into the game of golf, which I really love, and developing that way, making sure our staff and our volunteers feel appreciated. And yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is continue to create that access. That's the biggest thing. How do we partner together?
That's amazing. And, I love when you don't just innovate with technology, but you innovate life.
Right.
And it's wonderful when you can introduce somebody to something so much so that it becomes the love of their life. Like the young man you mentioned,
Right.
It's a part of his probably definition of self.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful when you expand that and are able to introduce people to who they could be.
Right.
More choices, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much, Nick. I know you enjoyed today's conversation, and we'd like to make your voice a part of the exchange. If you have some thoughts or suggestions on future topics, post a comment on our MyTVZ social page. Don't forget to use the hashtag OIHR for our Issues Hampton Roads. Now that's our show for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Ray Pearson. Goodbye for now.